Rhapsody in Blue, Gershwin. So, was that completely unrealistic thing you said, Steve? I mean,
I need you to really concentrate on those left-hand chords, Tony.
Oh,
Make sure that they're absolutely all three odd notes together.
Yeah, like triplets. Is that triplets, Steve?
No, it isn't, no.
Oh.
Triplets are where you have 3 notes in the time of 2. That's just the difference.
So what do you mean the 3 notes, Steve? Oh, the three notes on each left hand. So this is could you pull back the camera, Steve?
I'll pull it back, Tony.
Cool.
Frank was an Italian-American, distinctly referred to by some as a dago. He was a kid with a frail physique, his face marked on the left-hand side by the souvenir of a difficult delivery, which earned him the nickname.
How long have you been having piano lessons, Tony?
An only child from a humble background, he was a shy, lonely kid.
I'm not too sure, Stephen. Does that answer that question?
He would spend hours in front of his radio, listening to the songs of crooners. On occasion, he would even sing some of them for the customers of the bar his parents ran for a time during Prohibition.
I've always had an interest in music ever since I was at school. So I didn't start piano lessons until I was with you, Stephen, about 30 years ago.
Wow.
About 1996. And what it was is, but I played before I did piano courses, gigs and stuff like that. I played when I was a kid. I used to creep downstairs at night time, walk downstairs at night time with a keyboard that I had that my auntie gave me, and I would play it at night, quietly of course. Just something I did. I like Sinatra, or it was Gershwin who was on earlier.
Frank
Like
would take
Gershwin,
part in amateur contests,
I wasn't
social clubs and romances, often for
I
peanuts.
was a genius at school. I wasn't
Haunted by fierce determination to succeed, he was convinced that music was the only thing that
I wasn't
rang
that
his
keen. I
bell
wasn't that keen
and could
on
enable
school.
him to one day
Sure.
become somebody. His first real professional experience
So if I left that with if I did that with
as
the
one of the Hurricane Four, an Italian-American quartet with whom he sang for a year.
music and art is all I care about, and languages and things like that.
By
That's what I'm interested
1939,
in.
he moved up a league.
So this is the D flat.
Saturday night is the loneliest night of the week.
Noticed by trumpeter Harry James, he joined his orchestra and set off on tour, also taking in his first experiences in the studio.
Frank Sinatra, like Frank Sinatra, come in. The only thing I heard about Frank Sinatra when I was young was his movies. And that was it. So, this time just go quick, go too sharp. So that's all I knew about Frank Sinatra.
Quickly became
Was his movies and his singing, of course. But I never bought his albums or anything like that. Actually, I loved Frank Sinatra in those days. In the 70s.
In these months spent on the roads of North America alongside other musicians,
Oh,
Frank learned stagecraft, rhythm, and
too far
only
there.
singing voice.
Too short.
Observing Dorsey at great length, he drew inspiration from his technique to better control his
Yes, I
own
was always
breathing
interested in classical
and
music.
master modalities for his phrasing. In September 1942,
Yes, I
aged
see that
26,
good.
he finally felt ready.
So if I was to do that again and work things out myself, I was going to go with just 2 notes, Stephen. I'll just go with those 2 notes then.
It was on Broadway,
This is
in
very
the
fast.
Paramount Theatre, Frank Sinatra, alone on stage, hit the headlines.
Then guitar lessons. My father was a keen guitar player in the 60s. He loved the Beatles.
Each of his concerts gave
Just get on
rise
those
to
2
collective
notes, Stephen.
hysteria.
And when my father passed away, I was about 24, chronic
Thousands of
pneumonia.
teenagers jostled for a chance
I
to
went to
applaud
see
their
one of his
new idol.
friends. My mum took him round, and his friend had this guitar, and I got curious why he had all these guitars in his house. So he said, "Hey Tony, come sit here with me. I'll show you
The mere
something."
sound of his voice could send
And that got me
someone
onto the
into a
guitar.
trance, into a frenzy, into a dead faint. This was referred to as the celebratory
Oh,
swing.
see. It's just the 2 notes into the. That's what I first heard.
In just a few months, his life had changed dramatically. He had become the voice.
A
The
voice.
romantic star who spoke to the heartland of an America scarred by the years of the war. A first-rate crooner who could strike up an intimate relationship with his audience. Something never seen before.
And why do I have piano lessons singing? You didn't ask that question.
Sinatra sings
Tell if you want to.
Why do you,
just worry.
Tony, have piano
I just
lessons?
What else is there to do in life?
Yeah.
And I remember once I went somewhere, this guy got up and he played the piano. I couldn't play. I was having piano lessons off you. I couldn't play like this guy. And we were in this theatre. All these women kept saying, "Whoa,
constant rotation on the
you know, aren't you lucky being able to play the
Frank
piano?"
Sinatra.
I always remember that. So, of course. I often hear people say, "Oh God, Tony, I'd love to have piano. I would be able to play the piano. I don't have time."
His musicals were increasingly popular with the cinema public.
I really need to think what's happening with the music, Stephen. So we've got to the third one now. If we get this bit right, it might lead to other things.
Swapping the New York City skyline for
Scary
the
thought, but
luxury
there you go.
hotels of LA, Frank made a handful of pictures for arcade before signing a 5-year contract with the prestigious
So
MGM.
now I have the two together, Stephen. This could take a while. How many pages is it?
There his talent was often teamed with
Perhaps in 2 halves, Tony.
Is it? Oh, it's alright then.
Both his
So it's like
co-stars.
my
Must be doing
life.
2 halves.
The two men
to
were
E
complementary
and G sharp,
made a
and we
tremendously
go down.
popular team.
And then, what's the next note, Stephen? On the right hand, how do we end? C. C, C. And the G. Let's see with G sharp. Oh, G natural. And now we're back here.
You pick it up from there on the next video, Tony.
I would just say one thing. That's jazz.